Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'm Ron McKenzie-Lefurgey. While Canada is often overlooked in superheroism thanks to our loudmouth neighbors to the south, there are a bunch of great heroes who hail from the Great White North. And as a Canuck myself, I simply had to make a list of some of my favorites. Some you'll recognize, and some might be brand spanking new to you. If you want more after this, check out Kelly's Top 10 Facts About Spawn video, and let me know in the comments if you'd like any other country's superheroes in the spotlight. Now, get ready, it's time for the Top 10 Canadian Superheroes. Number 10. Sasquatch. Oh yeah, what a way to start off the list. Walter Lankowski comes from British Columbia, home of the mythical Sasquatch. He got rich playing for the Green Bay Packers before moving on to studies at MIT. After working with Bruce Banner, Walter decided to study gamma radiation. In an accident gone wrong, he changed into a beast that resembled the Bigfoot of local myth and went on a rampage. However, he was taught to remain in control while in beast form by Snowbird and Shaman of Alpha Flight, eventually taking on the name Sasquatch and joining the team. Sure, he's basically a Canadian version of the Hulk, but he's so distinctly Canadian that it doesn't look like a straight up copy like certain other heroes on this list. Number 9. Puck. While Eugene Milton Judd may not look it, he was once a tall, swashbuckling soldier. However, after accidentally releasing the sorcerer Razer, he had much of his height and life force taken away, before absorbing the sorcerer back into his body. While this left him short, it did give him a greatly extended lifespan, allowing him to live on until Guardian created Alpha Flight, which he joined. Nicknamed Puck, presumably after the Shakespearean fairy, he fought to protect the true North strong and free, while trying to keep the evil sorcerer contained inside him. He's also good friends with Wolverine, which makes sense because they're basically the same person. Number 8. Captain Canuck. Captain Canuck dates back to 1975 and is of course a shameless Canadian version of Captain America. He uses a power suit based on alien technology which lets him fly and gives him extra strength. In most ways he's rather similar to Captain America with the fairly limited powers and the fighting for his country, but he's Canadian so he's better. Number 7. Guardian. Guardian is basically the Marvel version of Captain Canuck, who was the Canadian version of Captain America. Basically, Guardian is a copy of a superhero. How unique! Guardian designed an armored suit for the company he worked for with the intent of using it for geological exploration. But when he learned his employer wanted to sell the suit to the military, he took it for himself, eventually gaining the rights legally. The suit taps into the electromagnetic field of the Earth, allowing him to fly, shoot energy beams, and make force fields around himself. He used it to fight crime and start his own superhero team, Alpha Flight, which I mentioned earlier. And he's from London, Ontario. Hell yeah. Number 6. Flying Fox. Flying Fox is the first indigenous-inspired superhero on this list, and he's pretty wicked. And not just because his real life name makes a pretty awesome superhero name. Flying Fox comes from a First Nations tribe near the Arctic Circle. He was killed by the Nazis and resurrected in order to fight them. His grandpa teaches him how to use various herbs and magic to cast illusions and gives him a magic coat that lets him fly. And he ends up joining the Young All-Stars. I really like this. It's kind of a combination of First Nations mythology and the modern superhero. It's really cool. Number 5. NORTHSTAR. NORTHSTAR's real name is Jean-Paul Beaubier. That's right, it's our first Quebecois superhero for this list, and the only one. NORTHSTAR is among the more mainstream Canadian superheroes, having been on a number of well-known teams including Alpha Flight, the Secret Defenders, and the X-Men. His mutation gives him superhuman strength and speed, lets him fly, and gives him the ability to emit very bright lights and concussive blasts. He even has a subplot where he works with the Front de Libération du Québec, but later stops them from committing terrorist acts. Yeah bud. Number 4. Captain Newfoundland. I'm gonna level with you, Captain Newfoundland, originally Captain Atlantis, isn't actually Canadian since he's an alien, but he's so damn cool I don't care. We Canadians are inclusive like that. His race originally came to Earth thousands of years ago and taught early man important things, having a hand in the Egyptian pyramids and teaching the mystics in India how to become one with the universe. He has a bunch of crazy powers, the most important being the ability to travel through time and space at will. He trained people around the world to defend the Earth, including Captain Canada, yes, a third Captain America copy. He continues to live in the last remaining tip of Atlantis, which is Newfoundland, hence the name change from Captain Atlantis to Captain Newfoundland. So on top of all that cosmic power, he can also talk at superhuman speeds. Just a little Newfie joke, they talk quickly. Number 3. Deadpool. Yep, if you've been with this channel for a while, you'll be well aware of my love for Deadpool. Some might call it lust. They would be correct. I even dressed in a terrible Deadpool costume for Halloween. If you want to see that, check out our top 10 alternate versions of Carnage video. But yeah, despite his rudeness and general disrespect towards literally everyone, Wade Wilson is a good old Canuck. And interestingly, he has a rather strained relationship with another well-known Canadian. Number 2. Wolverine. If you were to ask 100 people on the street to name a Canadian superhero, most of them would probably say Wolverine. And they'd be You're right, because as you probably know, Logan is from this great land as well. Kinda funny that the two best known mainstream Canadians are two of the biggest jerks in comics. I don't say sorry nearly enough. I gotta say though, it's pretty great to have such a rugged, stoic, and overall awesome hero representing this great nation. Too bad he's a Calgary fan. Number 1. VANA of the Northern Light. Introduced way back in 1941, VANA was the first distinctly Canadian superhero. Her comic was fittingly inspired by tales of Group of 7 artist Franz Johnston. Based on Inuit mythology, she's the daughter of Koliak, King of the Northern Lights. With her colorful outfit that doesn't look nearly warm enough for the Northern Canada, she can read minds, turn invisible, change her form, and fly as quickly as the Northern Lights. And she uses those powers to fight Nazis, of course. She was actually such a big part of Canadian history that she was put on a stamp in 1995. And a girl. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smack that thumbs up button and subscribe to Top 10 Nerd for more videos. Don't want to miss another video? Click the bell icon to join the notification squad so you know every time we upload a video. And let me know if you'd like us to talk about heroes from other countries. I could do a series on superheroes around the world if that strikes your fancy. Could also do a part 2 of this. Or both. Until next time, I'm Ron McKenzie-Lefurgey with Top 10 Nerd. Later, nerds.